to the second alarm. Respond to 745.
The 26th-floor elite skyscraper, located near the Khan Shatter shopping center, listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the largest tent in the world, caught fire. Firefighters were reported to be searching for people inside the Rixos Khan Shatter residences as the cladding on the high-rise was burning. There was no initial information about casualties in the tower. Some 72 firefighters and 16 pieces of equipment were at the scene. Thick black smoke was seen emanating from the tower and polluting the downtown area. The fire appeared to be burning on the exterior of the tower in Astana, a modern city built in the steppe as the capital of energy-rich Kazakhstan. The cause of the blaze was not immediately clear. Switzerland is on high alert after recent heavy rainfall caused widespread damage, including a landslide that buried part of a village in the country's southeast. The Swiss Federal Office of Meteorology has issued flood warnings, and state broadcaster SRF reported that additional landslides are possible due to the heavily saturated soil's inability to absorb more rain. The southeastern Swiss town of Missax, in the Graubünden, Grisons region, 3 people are missing after floodwaters swept. Initially, 4 people were reported missing, but 1 woman was found under rocks and taken to a hospital in Lugano. Rescuers continue to search for a couple and another woman who may have been in their homes during the flooding. Further west, floodwaters have isolated the alpine resort of Zermatt. According to the Swiss government's weather service, 124 millimeters, 4.88 in, of rain fell in the area on Friday, most of it within an hour. A spokesperson for the service noted that this intensity of rainfall occurs only once every 30 years. Train services between Visp and Zermatt have been suspended, and the road between Tash and Zermatt is closed, making the resort completely inaccessible. Authorities had prepared for some flooding by restricting public access to the banks of the Rhone and its offshoot rivers starting Friday. A massive fire has erupted at a Scottish industrial estate, sending a huge plume of smoke into the sky and prompting a swift response from firefighters. The cause of the fire at Linwood Industrial Estate, located west of Glasgow between Johnstone and Paisley and south of Glasgow Airport, is currently unknown. A thick plume of smoke was seen filling the sky shortly after 9 p.m. tonight. The Scottish Fire and Rescue Service reported receiving a call about the fire at 9:12 p.m., at its height. Operations Control mobilized 10 fire appliances to the scene to tackle and contain a well-developed fire affecting a commercial building in an industrial area. There are no reported casualties at this time. Crews remain in attendance. Data from flight radar indicated that several planes had to alter their routes, making swooping arcs through the sky to avoid the massive smoke plume. Videos from the ground corroborate this, with one showing a plane banking to escape the smoke. Eyewitnesses reported seeing the plume from miles around. One said, "Starting to hear loud bangs now too, like fireworks." The smoke cloud is heading towards Glasgow. On Thursday evening, Richmond Fire Rescue reported that crews responded to an industrial building near the River Rock Casino Resort around 9 p.m. Pacific Time. Firefighters arrived to see heavy smoke and flames coming out of the building, said Grant Weinberg, Assistant Deputy Chief of Operations with Richmond Fire Rescue. They quickly got water on it and knocked down the fire, but it extended onto the trestle bridge just to the north, added Weinberg. The Metro Vancouver Regional District posted on Twitter that an old rail bridge had caught fire, causing black smoke. The district issued an air quality bulletin, advising anyone experiencing shortness of breath, chest discomfort, severe coughing, or dizziness to seek medical help. The fire was extinguished by Friday morning, according to the Metro Vancouver Regional District. Richmond Fire Chief Jim Wishlove told CBC on Friday that no injuries were reported from the fire. He noted that air quality had improved due to the wind, and Metro Vancouver stated in a post on X that the air quality bulletin issued on Thursday would soon be rescinded. Weinberg said the cause of the fire is still unclear. He suspected that the burning bridge was covered in creosote, a wood tar preservative, which produced the heavy black smoke visible from many areas of Vancouver to the north. Wishlove mentioned that several levels of government would be responsible for the cleanup. China's weather agency has issued a red alert for heavy rain across multiple provinces, leading to significant flooding in the country's east and south. CGTN reporter Wu Bin traveled to Xixian County in Anhui province, one of the worst-hit areas. Days after heavy rainfall struck Xixian County, flooding is still evident in several locations. The city, which bore the brunt of the latest rainstorm, has seen its river swell, submerging streets. On Monday, the rain lessened somewhat, allowing residents to begin clearing the mud. Chao Xiufeng, a volunteer from the Forestry Bureau of Xixian County, said, "Since June 20th, we have been clearing the mud on the streets. It's been 4 days now." Mountains pose significant risks post-flooding, leading the city to close most tourist spots in these areas. Residents in dangerous locations have been relocated to nearby hotels. At a relocation center in one of the hill towns, over 70 people, mostly senior citizens, are temporarily housed with hot meals and beds. State broadcaster CCTV reported that more than 300 rescuers, including local police, emergency services, power authorities, and health officials, worked tirelessly to free the victims. The landslide struck early on Sunday morning, affecting 4 houses and 2 families. Despite the rescuers' efforts, the 8 missing individuals were found dead on Sunday night. 6 flood alerts were issued on Monday morning in Changsha, the provincial capital, and neighboring cities. Local water resources bureaus warn that multiple rivers are still rising, prompting Changsha to raise its emergency response to level 3, restricting traffic and urging necessary evacuations. More rainstorms are expected across other provinces this week. On Monday morning, the National Meteorological Center issued its first red rainfall alert of the year for Anhui and Zhejiang in eastern China and Jiangxi in the south. Extreme rainfall is predicted at hourly rates of 2 to 5 centimeters, with some areas expecting nearly 7 centimeters, 3 inches.
Balance of the second alarm. Respond to 745.